Hello my friends, this is Amner Hunter from amnerhunter.com. Welcome to episode number 1. In this video I'm gonna be answering some of your questions, checking out some of your comments, try to answer them using the best of my abilities. Before we dive into the content, just to let you know that I have some free stuff on my website, that it's available. I have some free PDF guides and ebooks for music producers and guitar players. Also I have some free tools, a huge collection of guitar impulses, my Cubase mixing template, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out my blog or my channel here. I am updating weekly with tons of free resources and content. All of the applicable links are going to be down below in the description, and also make sure to check out the timestamps as well that I leave you down below. So let's get to the video. Crixus.gaul or Goal asks, what I want to know is, what do you do? So I buy a box to plug into and connect it to your computer. Then the software just knows what I'm doing. I can't seem to get a straight answer of where do I start. I am pretty computer savvy and understand how to install and use software, but I have never done any guitar into computer stuff before. So I get my microphone preamp or whatever and then download and install the software. Then what? Thank you very much for submitting the questions. Yes, you do need to buy the box, which is called interface. This is the main component on your recording gear, at least in the home studio, right? We don't have a console, so we have a interface to do this. So you buy this interface and you are going to get an installer as well. You install the drivers for that interface, so then your DAW will recognize that audio interface. That's gonna be your main component, where you insert instrument cable and you plug in your guitar straight into the interface. You need to set up, of course, your DAW to be able to recognize on their audio devices these drivers of this interface. After that, you should get a clean signal of your guitar, right? You need to set up maybe the inputs and outputs on your DAW. Any DAW is capable of this, all right? So you plug your guitar into the interface that is recognized by the DAW. You open up a track, just add a mono or stereo track, and you then add an insert, a plugin. And then you can like manipulate the sounds, put an amplifier, a cabinet, and all that. Effects, delays, and all that. You can create groups or buses after that individual tracks. You can record wherever, right? Yeah, that's the way to go. These days it's not very complicated to set up this, so I hope that this clarifies your question. Next question is by Join Music. Amazing drop D tuning, reminds me of Tool's guitar tone. Thank you very much. And yes, I do use drop D tuning on some of my videos, and I also use standard D tuning. So these are the tunings that I use mostly, drop D and also standard D. Next question is from Dana McWhite. Didn't this come out in the early 90s? Referring to this video, the free Clone Center emulation VST plugins comparison. Maybe I got it wrong in the video, I don't remember exactly, but yes, the Clone Center guitar pedal, overdrive pedal, it came out in the early 90s. Yes, you're right. Vinicius Aquino asks, which pickups are you using? In this video, a cover that I did. And this is a guitar that I use on most of my videos. This guitar is equipped with Blackout's Seymour Duncan pickups. They are high output, high gain. So yeah, thanks for your question. I don't know if I can pronounce it correctly. Kariayam, Karidugong. Yeah, this video was 4 years ago. What's your VST drum now? Did you use addictive drums too now? I don't use addictive drums anymore. I use Easy Drummer 2 these days, and since I purchased Easy Drummer 2, I have never looked back. It's my go-to drum plugin. It's pretty easy to build drums, grooves, drum patterns, so build a song basically. Thanks for your question. So this user that I'm not sure how to pronounce it asks, what are the specs on your computer? Alright, so I use Windows. I have Windows 10 and I have 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I have 2 hard drives. I have a regular hard drive and I also have a solid state drive where most of the resources from the computer are used on in that drive. The other regular hard drive, I use it mostly for like saving stuff and you know, most of the resources from my PC, the solid state drive handles that. Thanks for your question. Edgardo Zavala Guitar Cover asks what interface I use. I have a Presonus audio box USB. I bought it like many years ago, like 6 years ago. I have never purchased another one. It's fine. That's the main interface I used. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for your question. Kirk Preston asks, how do you find the time? I am lucky if I can just play a little each day, let alone write any cohesive music. Thanks for the effort. So Kirk, thanks a lot for your question. And how do I find time? Well, we have to make time. How you make time? Well, avoid things that distract you. For instance, social media, Instagram, Facebook, even the YouTube feed, something like that might be consuming your time. Make an analysis of what activities are like consuming most of your time and try to remove those activities from your schedule, from your daily routines. You have to make time, that's what it is. That's my advice for you. Even if you could like save 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day by removing some stuff, it's pretty useful. You can build music by having less time. Also, what this limit in time makes is that we can focus more. So if you have 40 minutes and you like put this deadline that in 40 minutes I'm gonna build a melody, I'm gonna build a riff. Each day you can build a song doing that. Thanks for your question. So next question comes from Mr. Aces Knights 1188. Sounds and looks great. Thanks. Off topic from drums. Sorry, no need to be sorry about. Amner, what is your favorite Neve 1073 emulation to use? So I love the free emulations from Analog Obsession, the Breed Pre, I believe it's called, and also there is an equalizer that it's based on a Neve console. So yeah, that's my go-to plugins for a Neve 1073 emulation. Thanks for your question. Noah Rache asks, why don't you show how it sounds on my video 50 of the best free VST plugins recently? Well, if I show how all of these plugins, 50 plugins sound, it will be a very, very long video. This is a 25-minute video. I am only informing you about the free plugins. I even leave the links for you to be able to check them out in case that you're interested. That's why I cannot include these audio demos on each plugin because it will take a lot and I will also consume more time from you, and I believe time is a very valuable thing. You can like see the list of plugins, see what is of your interest, and click on the link and go ahead and see for yourself. So Noah, thanks for your question. Dave Dunn sends this comment. Thanks, I'll be checking out the Crunchman myself. The problem I have with a lot of sims is the noise floor being so high. It might be realistic, but why simulate the bad stuff? They could have left that out. Well, Dave, the noise floor is very important because part of the sound comes from that noise actually, but that distortion actually covers that noise. If you have a noise problem, you would need a gate maybe or a denoiser that could analyze the noise floor and then minimize it. Just use a noise gate to be able to get rid of that. But when you are actually playing the guitar, and of course in more high gain tones, the noise floor is there. The only thing is that you don't notice it. But even famous guitar players, when they play, there is noise floor. If the noise is too much and it's like covering up your guitar sound, your actual guitar sound, maybe you have some problem with your cable or with the pickups of the guitar or with the interface or something like that. So try to search for those problems, but it's a normal thing, right, to have noise on the amps. Thanks for your question, Dave. Ray Campbell asks, Uber noob here, do you have to have a DAW to install and use Amplitube? No, Ray, you don't need a DAW to use this AmpSim suite. Amplitube comes as a standalone version, so you don't need a DAW to use it. Just install the standalone version and you're gonna be able to use it on your desktop. Just plug it straight into the interface. In the audio settings of Amplitube, you're gonna be able to select your interface, and yeah, that's it. Thanks for your question. John Carwithin asks, who gives a thumb down? Probably a waster with no respect for other people's efforts. Well, thank you very much, John. I appreciate your comment. And well, sometimes people just don't like what you do, and that's okay. We don't have to like everybody. But as I responded this comment of yours, there are more people that actually enjoy the content. Actually, on my channel, I don't come across with a lot of haters, just one or two in a long time. Most of my subscribers and people that follow me are very, very kind to me, so I appreciate you guys very much. Yeah, I just try to make content that is valuable for you and useful, but some people with no apparent reason will be against you, or just they are not going to enjoy your content, and that's okay, but you guys are here. Thank you very much for that. Thanks again, my friends, for submitting these questions. It was a very fun thing to do. If you have any, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm gonna be happy to read all of your questions and include them on this series of videos that I'm gonna be doing, maybe each week, maybe each 2 weeks, but I'm gonna try to answer them as fast as possible. All right, remember that you can go to my website and download some freebies that I have for you. I have some free PDF guides and ebooks, some tools, a huge collection of guitar impulses, among other utilities. And finally, don't forget to check out my blog or YouTube channel, where I am updating weekly with tons of free content. Thank you very much for watching, my friends, and I'll see you very soon on the next one. All right, take care.